There was times I'll sit on my chair and I'm like, where? If confusion was a meme, it would be me. Like, because I'm so confused. Hi everyone, this is Rafaro and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And so in today's video, I decided to hop on and talk a bit about dealing with imposter syndrome and how that was like, well, still is like really with my first full-time employment. So if you've been watching my videos, you may know or may not know that I'm a financial services consultant, and so that's basically what I've been doing. And so I've been doing that. I started this year in 2019. So when you start anything new, you always have to deal with really questioning yourself, like, am I qualified enough to do this? Do I deserve to be here? Just all those thoughts do come into your mind at some point, right? And you do face challenges that shake you, but they will never break you, girl. Yeah. But that's really what I wanted to talk about. And so, I'm going to just dive right into it because this is real. Like, it may seem so easy. It may seem really easy just looking at a title or a job, or if you're looking at that on someone's title on LinkedIn or on Instagram and everything, and it looks like this person has it together with whatever work they're doing, whatever job they're doing. But I think everyone deals with these things and you're like, oh my gosh, how do I do this? How do I do this? And that's perfectly fine because we're all humans. You don't know, which is great, and you understand you don't know, and you just learn it. So let's get into it. So I think the first week we had training, of course, which was great. It was very long hours. I was very fortunate that the other people who were joining the firm that I was training with were we just clicked so well. And in that training, I really started seeing some of my strengths and weaknesses in the different tasks that we're doing together in those groups. And in those, I started feeling like, oh my goodness, especially with my weaknesses, I started focusing too much on those instead of zoning in and honing in on my strengths. And what was great in the trainings was that, you would have, let's say, a call with a mentor and just discuss, and they were able to get my mind back to like, hey, it's okay, go back to your strengths type of thing. So when I then started working, let me tell you, of course, working during a pandemic and you're working from home is completely different from working in the office. In the office, you can go to people, you can say, oh, let's have lunch together, grab coffee. You can feed off people's energy, their vibes, body language, all those things. People can see you, like your full self, can see what you're going through. But online is different. You cannot tell what someone is going through from their voice because not all the time people have cameras on, right? Even if they do, you don't know what they're going through. It's so different, right? And so that was one of the challenges for me because I was just trying to figure that out. Like, I don't know what these people are like who I'm working with. Do they like me? Do they think I'm qualified enough? Do they think, so many questions, and you're like, ooh, and I'm thinking, am I speaking correctly? Should I speak like this or that? And those things definitely can get to you. I would say that, for instance, even let's say if we're having meetings and let's say I was taking minutes, I would be freaking out like, oh my goodness, these people are talking so fast. How am I, or they're talking so fast. Did I capture all the minutes? What exactly do they want for the information that they want me to capture, type of thing. And with the type of work I do, so far it's been really client facing. Even though we're remote, I speak to my clients like every day, all the time. I have so many meetings with them as well. So it's like I'm here just trying to warm up and understand my team, and then I have to understand my client, and I'm just like, where, how am I going to figure this out? I'm trying to figure out how I should speak to this group and speak to this other group. So that took so long for me. It's like I was definitely trying to figure out my technical skills. Do I have the skills I need? And then now it's like, oh my gosh, I'm here trying to figure out my what do they call it? This technical and my soft skills. Like, how should I communicate with the client and with my team? You're trying to figure all these things out, and I think these are natural when you do start anything new. But I mean, it was really different when you're doing it from home, you know. And the fact that on my team as well is the only new one there, so it's not like you find comfort and you're like, you know what, too, so we'll figure this out, right? So that was interesting, but I guess it's great because I definitely had to challenge myself to really challenge myself. And I think I'm also really fortunate that my team was very understanding and just really warm. Although at first I didn't know, are they warm people, not warm people, but you'd realize that they're warm people, understand that you're figuring this out, which is fine. I would say that another way as well as dealing with just all these things and all this confusion was just talking to my roommates, like, guys, I don't know what this is, I don't know how to do this. Like, there was times I would sit on my chair and I'm like, where, if confusion was a meme, it would be me, like, because I'm so confused. And I would just be like, guys, how many times can you reach out to someone, be like, I don't know how to do this, or I'm sorry, like, is there a cap? You know, it's not like in person, the person could be right there, you know, sitting across from you, and you can just get up and say, but here now it's pinging. I'm like, who? Is this too much or not too much? So that's something I was trying to figure out. I would also say, you know, the thing is also, right, you know, you go to school for something you're studying. This could be, I'm speaking from my experience, but it may differ in other industries. So I have a degree in finance, but the things you'll be doing on the job, a lot of them you don't go to school for, because the tools that the company uses or your client uses or the applications that they use, your school has no access to them because a lot of them may be built in, right? So there's no way if you're learning that ahead of time. You're going to just have to learn it on the job. So literally, it's on the job training. It's like of course you have your trainings before you begin your engagement. Then you're literally working and training and doing this. And like for me, it was like I'm figuring out how to do this work, to use these tools, while I'm figuring out how to communicate with my team, while I'm figuring out how to communicate with my client, and also seem professional and this. And I'm like, it was a lot. It was a lot. But yeah, it's something that I'm grateful I went through, because of course in everything that's uncomfortable, there's a lot of growth. It's definitely a journey, and I don't think there's any formula to be like, oh, this is how you deal with it. No, it's something you just have to go through, and then just believe yourself. And I love it. One of my the people I work with, one of my seniors, he would always say, I know you know this stuff, I know you know it, just believe in yourself, bet on yourself. And the fact that someone was believing in me more than myself is something I need. And I just thought, wow, you know, I need to also be like that, believe in other people more than they believe in themselves, because it makes a difference. Let me tell you, it makes a difference. Because just the time that this person would reach out to me, call me all the time, literally, they could be doing work, but they'll drop and just give me a call and say, hey, X, you've got this, you've got this, cool, yeah. And just have come to me like, oh yeah, also ask me, do you know how to do XYZ? Maybe they know how to do it, but they just ask me. I don't know, but like, I think just moments like that also made me realize like I have something that other people might not have in certain areas. Also because of the type of work I was doing, I really had to kind of really, maybe specialize is not the word, but kind of like really learn to specialize in a certain area that other people were not really doing. So when they needed help, they would come to me. So I guess that also really did build my confidence in that. But imposter syndrome is real. Like, it is real. Let me tell you, even small things, we'll be having meetings, right? With my whole team, even the whole partner could be on the call. Not could, is. And I'm doing something so simple such as putting minutes, or even I'm sharing my screen, I'm supposed to do something I can do in like 2 seconds. It's taking me 10-15 seconds because I'm like, oh, okay, I don't want to mess up this, and then I'm just like, oh my gosh, can you calm down, like breathe, just breathe, take your time, you've got this. So yeah, those are just some of the things. But I think just going, like, understanding that you're in that phase and you're going to get out of it eventually when you just keep practicing and keep doing what you're doing. It makes a difference. But that's really it. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead, like, comment, share, and please definitely go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.